There are many creatures that are called gods because God means mighty ones.
Was Charles Taze Russell a Freemason? If we go to the heraldmag.org website and we click on Online Bible and we click on Russell and we go down to Convention Reports Sermons and we download a PDF, there we come up with this document that documents that Charles Taze Russell said, "I am a Freemason. I am a free and accepted Mason if I carry the matter out to its full length." Because that is what our Masonic brethren like to tell us. Now this document proves that Charles Taze Russell was a Freemason. But are there other evidences that prove that Charles Taze Russell was a Freemason? If we look at this website of Duncan's Masonic Ritual and Monitor, this is a website that has all the documentation on Freemason hand signs. Here we see that there is a hand sign called Second Sign of a Mark Master. And we see that the palm is laid open bare, and the hand is coming down as if it were a chopping block. Duncan's Monitor describes this hand sign as after having completed the sign, as just described, drop the right hand a little to the right side, about as high up as the waist, the palm opened and horizontal, and at the same time lift up the left hand and bring it down edgewise and vertically upon the wrist of the right. This is figure 21, which is what we're looking at here. Now if we look at an old video by Charles Taze Russell, here we'll see him doing this hand sign. And at the 22-second mark, we'll stop it and you'll see what's there.
The remainder of Part 3 is deeply interesting. The teaching, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Truly never man spake like this man.
So there you saw it. He's doing the Freemasonic hand sign, but he's using the left hand instead of the right hand. Now we could say that this is the internal lodge hand sign, and this would be what they do when they're outside of the lodge. There's an inner order and an outer order things of doing things with the Masons. So let's look at that again.
Never man.
So you can see him chopping down right where the wrist is, as you see over here.
Spake like this man.
And he actually pauses his finger, or his chopping hand, right there, right on the wrist. You can see it there. And that's really where you want to actually do it in order for it to be legitimate. So here he's giving the actual Freemasonic hand sign. Now there's another one down here towards the end.
Show it to your friends. Tell them what it means. Invite them to see this drama.
Here you see him doing another hand sign that's very similar to another Freemasonic sign of the fellow craft hand sign that's done by Masons when they put their hand across their belly and they kind of twist their hand down. But now we want to describe what is this that Jehovah's Witnesses believe in, and what is it that Russell was trying to accomplish. Well, if you understand, there's an old Christian heresy called Arianism, and here it says that modern Christian groups that may be seen as espousing some of the principles of Arianism include Unitarians, Oneness Pentecostals, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Jehovah's Witnesses, Iglesia Ni Cristo, and Brahmanism. And the reason why these cults here are Arian is because Arianism was discussed at the First Council of Nicaea, and it was banished from the church at that time because it demoted Jesus Christ into a created being. What the Freemasons like to do is they like to demote Jesus Christ, because the pure doctrine of Masonry is believing in a plethora of gods in Gnostic cosmology. And so in order to promote this ancient revival of the mystery religions, as they call it, they have to bring the deity of Jesus down into a form of Arianism. Again, Arianism is the cult doctrine that says Jesus Christ was a created being, and so therefore that means that he is not eternal God. And since he's not eternal God, he can be a created savior. And that's how the Gnostic Masons think about themselves. They are, quote, little gods that are saving the world through their work that they're doing. And so the secret doctrine is that they think themselves initiates as little gods, and that's why they want to bring Jesus Christ down into this demiurgic Arian heresy. Now, is there any connection to the later movements of Jehovah's Witnesses? Well, Rutherford, who we could see in this picture right here, who's sitting with Charles Taze Russell. Here's Rutherford sitting in front of Russell. Rutherford later developed a book called The Finnish Mystery. He actually edited that book, and it was actually compiled by Clayton Woodruff and George H. Fisher, and edited by Russell's successor, Joseph Franklin Rutherford. And this book was classically where we see this picture here, where, as it is very documented even on the tomb of Charles Taze Russell, that the cross and crown Masonic symbol is what they promote. The original document